Final intel piece, which is in part an op-ed. It has to be that way. The use of sex and entrapment is a more often used tool than people think in the authority sections of society. All of them, and I mean all of them, have got dirt on each other. And it's purposely done that way to remove or denigrate person A, B or C, depending on who the authority decides to get rid of. Now, some of it involves what you would class as using prostitutes. All of them age appropriate, meaning they're above 21 or at least 18 for that matter, and all consenting. A bit like, say, Stormy Daniels. Now, most of the corporate world at the top end use those services. Most, if not all. Which is fine by me, except when it's being charged as expenses, which eventually feeds down to us to pay for that via taxes or higher costs for their products. Now, others are involved in the same practice but with same-sex partners, which again is fine until the said victim wants to cover it all up, their involvement in homosexuality. That then becomes a leverage against that person. The way it works, they're always looking for a leverage of either business malpractice or some sexual indiscretion. Then we have another category altogether of sex with children. Again, used at the top end to have leverage over certain individuals. And some of these counters are because certain ones do actually want to have sex with children. It's in their DNA. Others are coerced into going along with the programme, and some are set up and didn't go along with the Sex Act but have been used in some sort of stage set to create the illusion of doing so. So that's the background of all the top echelons, as they're called, of society and how it operates. Now, certain figures have mud or dirt on Trump. There is no evidence that supports it involves children. I want to make that quite clear. None. But there is enough to sway public opinion, and we know certain people are collecting and garnering that information to get Trump out of the way. We know you're doing it. So tonight we're going to turn the tables. One high-level man has just lost his wife after she found out what he was doing, and she walked away from him. Video evidence was shown to many involved who are investigating it, including his wife. And this same man is also blackmailing his whole department, as he is the go-to man to arrange these type of sex parties. So none of them will speak up. These parties involve young girls, aged around 10 to 13. Many of them crying and extremely upset at what is happening and how they are dragged into this arena. The girls are brought into the centre of the room, and the clients select which ones they wish to engage in having sex with. This particular man, the organiser, was caught on video with a 13-year-old girl who was very distressed, and his wife has now witnessed it. We're going to out you. That person is Stephen Mnuchin, the head of the Department of the US Treasury. Oops. This is what we are up against. And because so many others have had their sexual encounters recorded, many are frightened of speaking out, in case people find out what they've done. Not all of them are involved with children. Some go to business or consulate meetings and they're given escort girls. Fine by me. Might not please their wife, but that's their problem, not mine. And so they wish to keep that a secret, be it affairs, sex with prostitutes, homosexual encounters, or sex with children. And this is why it's all a closed shop, because they all have dirt on each other. But Mr. Mnuchin, the so-called chosen one, needs to be jailed, like now. Not only is he dragging terrified young girls into an arena where perverted people interfere with them, that damages them permanently. This is the man who's blocking the people's funds with others. I told you, you can play with fire, Mr. Mnuchin. One day you'll get burnt.